Okay, this will be an interesting one, a very seasonal piece. We'll soon find out what that is. Let's see what we can do with it. Going to leave it on 100 for this. Alright, let's see what we have here. Vintage Sellers Celebrate Christmas. Okay, it's a Christmas seasonal guide 2020. So Christmas, and of course a lot of people love to get drunk on Christmas Day or moving up to Christmas Day, which is not good. People getting drunk and doing stupid things, especially in the workplace office parties. People doing stupid things like, who knows, flirting. Probably the thing that stands out most in the Christmas party is when some clown who's not fucking funny in the long term decides to sit on the office photocopier. So you get some idiot that wants to sit on the photocopier, and chances are you could say that that person who sat on the photocopier would have been seriously drunk, or at least tipsy. And that's not good, because that person could end up in hospital with shards of glass up their ass. They could also end up losing their job if they're found out that they did it. So if they're in hospital, that's pretty much a no-brainer. But basically, that person could be up for a huge repair bill, and the photocopier may not even be repairable, because the way the photocopiers are made, like cars, they get increasingly tinny, or should I say plasticky, and basically you won't just damage the scanner, you could damage the whole thing, the whole photocopier. So they'd be up for $5,000 maybe to replace the broken equipment, and it's not going to look good on your resume. So your resume is going to be shot. It's going to be totally shot. So why did you lose your job? Oh well, it'll be on there. Sat on the office photocopier around at the Christmas party. Stupid. If that person wasn't drunk, well then that would not happen. That person would end up being out of work, and it'd be very difficult finding a new job with that kind of black mark against your name. So you've got to be sensible. Other things that could happen is people could have sex with each other. There's a lot of problems there. I feel like I have to spell out the problems, because people don't think. Oh, you could end up pregnant with your boss's baby. I mean, seriously, that's not good. So, there's a lot of things that can go wrong if you decide to get drunk, and it's just not worth the problems that it causes. It's not worth getting drunk, folks. It's really not worth the pain and all the rest of it. But basically, people do think it's acceptable to get drunk. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with alcohol in itself. Alcohol's okay in moderation. It's just that if you get drunk or tipsy, you've got to expect a bit of trouble, or a lot of trouble. And it's just not acceptable. People getting drunk and doing stupid fuck all things. I'm actually going to go back to this one. But basically, people have got, I don't know which one's the better one. This looks good. I'm going to use that one again. But basically, we don't need to get drunk to enjoy ourselves. You know, we don't have to, folks. You can have drink in moderation. There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of a drink, but getting drunk is just too dangerous, too risky. Too many risks are involved in getting drunk. Anyway, that looks nice and colourful there. But basically, yeah, we have to control ourselves, folks. However much self-control might sound a little bit boring to those who might like to walk on the wild side. But we don't want to do that, folks. This one's turning out to be a problem. Anyway, I don't know which one I like. That one, it looks like there's just not enough stuff in the image. Maybe I could do this one. That looks quite interesting. If we can just cut it off here. I don't know. This is not an easy one, folks. But basically, you know, it's okay to drink. Just do it in moderation. Don't get drunk. Don't get tipsy. I know I might sound a bit like your mother or something, but I'm serious. You can avoid so much harm and heartache if you don't get drunk. It's not worth the hassle. However much it might sound like fun to get drunk, I know people would find me a little bit square, but it's better to be a little bit square than to be in deep shit. I'm going to see if I've made this look good. Oh shit, I've lost all the glassware. That looks shit house. I don't know how that happened. I didn't push it far up enough. But basically, yeah, getting drunk is just so not worth it. It's just so silly. Downright dangerous. Yeah, that looks a bit better. It doesn't look like much is going to be of this. But basically, yeah, it's really... I do say it's better to be a little bit on the square side than be doing this silly pranks. So I'm going to pull it down a bit and across. But yeah, I just do see if this advice is going to save one person from getting into trouble and potentially losing their job or just being severely embarrassed, well, so be it. I think we moved it over too far. I don't know how this one's going to turn out. This one looks shit house. I don't know if I can make this turn out any good. I think I moved it too far across. But basically, I'd rather keep my job and keep not get into trouble than having a little bit of so-called fun. It's not fun when you get in trouble. Trouble isn't fun, folks. Getting into trouble isn't something to be glorified. Just because it looks cool to be drunk or to get into trouble, it's not. It's not cool, it's not acceptable, folks. Having sex with your boss, for example, isn't acceptable. I don't know how this is going to look. This is going to look pretty shit. I don't know why I started with this, except to give you guys advice on what to do and what not to do at a Christmas party. Don't be the Christmas turkey. That's another good piece of advice. However much it is a good piece of advice. Don't be the Christmas turkey. Because you don't want to look stupid, and you certainly don't want to do stupid things that get you into deep shit that you'll forever regret. This is not a really good demo, folks, as far as image. I probably could have made it better. I'm very disappointed with the quality of this piece and how it's turned out. I just don't want to invest too much time into this, so much that I might not, if I go on further, it may, be even worse. This one's a really silly one, to be honest, folks. Anyway, maybe not too bad, but not the greatest either. I think now we can call it quits.